It's with the greatest of pleasure that I welcome two singers who need no introduction to lovers of vocal artistry and bel canto, Montserrat Caballé and Luciano Pavarotti, who have just sung the roles of Turandot and Calaf for the first time on any stage at the San Francisco Opera. Welcome, Senora Caballé, Signor Pavarotti. And first of all, let me congratulate you on the stunning success of Saturday's performance. It was really a triumph, and I think both the audience and the critics agree with me on that assessment. How does a singer know? In both of your cases, you're going into somewhat of a new repertory, more dramatic and heavier roles than you've sung before. How does a singer know when he or she is ready to sing a Turandot or a Calaf?
The day after the performance.
Not before.
I agree.
Well, I guess you know that you're ready then. When you're preparing for a role like this, do you go first to the music or to the libretto, or how do you go about preparing a new role?
There is in any score, in the behind, the name of the opera. And when I was a kid, I say, these I am going to sing at the age of 21, these are 24, these are 26. And everything of that did become 10 years later than I thought. When you are young, you are optimistic. And in my mind was never Turandot when I was young. That has been, for me, is an incredible... I cannot say improvement because it's just a question of choice in the repertoire. But it was a great conquest for me, and it's not easy. It's a very demanding role, and I did approach just after this year in Chicago, and it's quite the opposite of the two things, and I'm very, very happy.
Yes, and we are too.
From the result.
What about you, Senora Caballé? This is a very demanding role for a soprano, and you're known for spinto parts, but not anything quite as heavy as Turandot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear your own voice when you make that decision? You know that your voice is ready?
No, I don't really.
Well, we do. And
Right.
how?
Like Luciano says, you never know that. You try, you think, I am prepared, I am not, and all the dubs come around your head, your chest, every place in your body. And then when the rehearsals, the real rehearsals begins, not only the ones you have done for yourself, in my case, all the dubs, the
Doubts?
witty, came, and you think, but I am really that crazy to do that? I am really, and really you need lots of strength and nerve to go on and not run away.
I can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
But as I said before, it is a big support with where you sing and where do you sing and how do you prepare this. And sometimes you have the impression you have done a big mistake afterwards. And sometimes, like this time, I don't think I have done, but I am convinced of that, really convinced of this. This is because in this production and this performance, I repeated that again because it's true, I am supported with a person which is, I admire all my life, which I think is the greatest person. Not only the greatest tenor, but the greatest person in our world. No, please.
Make me cry.
I don't make compliments. And you know, the day of the premiere when I came out, and my legs really not. It was like I was falling down, you know, trembling all my body. And I looked at Luciano, and he looked at me, and he sent me so a kiss. There's not anyone see it, only me. And that gives me such a strength to sing this in Questa Reggia. And I want to thank him public because really this gives me the strength to sing in Questa Reggia.
It was a love kiss. You did inspire me.
Before the real Bacio in Act 3, right.
So I think I don't know if I can sing again this role with another person. I really don't know.
Well, I don't like. You like sing with me.
I
I
like
hope you
it,
have
yes.
many future performances together in this role and in other roles. Both of you, of course, are very well known as bel canto singers, the operas of Donizetti, Bellini, and Rossini, and some of the early Verdi, too. Now that you're moving on to more dramatic roles, will you still be singing as much of the lyric, the bel canto repertory as well?
Well, what me is concerned, yes. Yes, for the moment, I don't intend to lift any of the repertoire I've been doing all these years. And as always, every season I sing one or two or more new operas, but that don't means that I leave it the old ones. I think for my voice it's very good to remain in Mozart and bel canto. It is like a balsamo for my vocal cords, and it is very good now after Turandot to go to Gemma di Vergi and
something much
Parisina
lighter.
d'Este and Thanks Virginia, which I will sing this season.
That's Mercadante opera.
Mercadante, yeah. And you see, I think that is very good for me.
And for me, the same. I am coming from Elixir of Love, and
which was marvelous. I saw it this summer in Hamburg.
Marvelous. It's an incredible role for a tenor, really. Is good. The opera is good for everybody, but the tenor, the change to really be funny and dramatic and sympathetic is.
Do you enjoy comic roles?
If a comic role is like the Morino, yes, because it's not really what I call comic. It's a normal situation of the life, and it's comic just because he's in love. And when somebody is in love, he is comic. But I am going to be back to other role, and basically in my voice, I think my voice is a lyric voice in the kind of the tenor, or let's say, to be compared in the time of the time of Björling, in which he always was quite. He did approach this role in the late here, and it was always a little concern. And I would like to do the same if it's possible. I will never change Turandot for Elixir of Love if I can. Of course, it's an incredible, beautiful conquest for me, but if for one moment I think I have to leave the other thing behind me, I will never accept, because it's not what I prefer. Like Montserrat says, I need a balsam with the composer of the 19th century, and my voice likes especially Donizetti. I like especially Verdi, but my voice likes especially Donizetti, and I cannot really stay without this.
This was, I believe, your second time working with Jean-Pierre Ponel. You worked with him this summer on l'Élysée d'Amore in Hamburg.
Beautiful.
And your first time, Senora Caballé.
Yes, correct.
How was the experience for you? He is, of course, a very controversial director.
Well, he was very nice, very nice, very understanding, and very. I think all the things he asked me to do it, he knew it very well. I can't do it, and the things I cannot do, he has not asked me to do it. And I have to really say is that the thing that has moving me very much, it is because without saying one word, that years ago I have an accident in New York and I have my left leg not that well to going up and down the steps, for example, he immediately reacted and says, but don't worry, we have lots of things. I was really thinking of something special, and he has done something special.
Very special.
And not one remark, because it is like in the production and helps me very much. So I can only say thank you, Monsieur Ponel.
Well, thank you yourself, even, because you did move more than any other Turandot I saw on the stage.
You actually take the stairs 2 or 3 times.
He makes me move because he thinks Turandot has to be, that's what he explains to me, more human. He says all this ice sculpt thing, it is only a form of panel. I don't know what panel is. No panel. Something to cover your
screen.
You're afraid and your feelings and your everything. And at the final of the Incognitos, he tells me, you have to convince yourself when you pray Figlio del Cielo to your Father that you already are in his hands, that your feelings are with him already.